Good morning, folks. Welcome to another main dish video. Today it's specific, so you will need some equipment. You will need a kettlebell of choice, or two, depending on where we are with our strength in regards to these exercises. And also, it'll be helpful to have a HIIT timer or a regular timer or just some kind of stopwatch on your phone or some other device. So that's what we're going to need today. So also for this one, I'm going to go ahead and post the sequence in the description, as well as maybe some free apps that you can download for HIIT timer. So once again, you will need a kettlebell and some kind of timer, and also a mat, since we'll be doing some stretches on the ground at the end. For this one, for our HIIT timer, we have set up a 5-minute warm-up. Our intensity cycles are 1 minute today with 30 seconds rest in between. So this is compound movements, or actually, kettlebell movements are always compound, but we're basically stringing 2 to 3 movements together. So this is for beginner to intermediate. So that's basically the level to gauge. And yeah, so everything else will be in the description. And let's go ahead and get started with a warm-up. So let's go ahead and get this timer started here. So warm up. So what we'll be doing, we're going to go ahead and start simple with this. So let's go ahead and start our warm-up timer. So 5 minutes. Let's go ahead. This is in the mobility video from last week. Let's go ahead and clasp our hands together and do some wrist circles. 2. So let's go ahead and do 10 on both sides. Okay. Going a different direction now, 10 on the other side. That's 2, 3, 4, 9 and 10. So elbow circles are next. So for this one, you're going to go ahead and extend one arm out and grab onto the tricep to stabilize it. So with our hand up, what we're going to do now is flip our hand down, because we're going to do inside circles. Do 5 on each side. So when we come back to this position here, we flip our hand back down and circle. Come around, down, circle. So let's go ahead and do 2 more on this side. Then we're going to reverse the direction. And our palm direction is going to be facing upward instead of downward. So keeping your hand, palm facing up, let's go ahead and go the opposite direction now. 5, 4. So we come back here, flip your hand up. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides here. So extend the arm, grab onto the tricep, flip your hand down. Let's go ahead and do inside circles, 5 on each side. Keeping an eye on the timer here just to make sure that we get through this warm up. So this is all mobility that we're doing right now. All right, keeping your palm up. And that's how we usually start our group classes and personal training sessions. Any kind of services that Rage Against the Norm offers, Elevated, Off Skates team. Group training, private group training. So we always start off with mobility. All right, shake it out. Let's go ahead and get the rest of our upper body ready for this. So everyone's favorite, let's go ahead and get into I'm a little teapot form. So for this one, we've done this before in videos. So what we're going to do is this top hand here is going to twist. You're going to twist the trunk. And then when you get to that 180-degree turn, switch arms and come back. All right, let's go ahead and do 10 of these. Switch. 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 I lost count, y'all. Let's go ahead and do 2 more. All right. So shake it out here. Okay, so next up, half squat. So instead of going into a full squat, what we're going to go ahead and do and just lower ourselves just halfway. So we're not going to go ahead and go into a deep squat. We are going to be doing deep squats with a kettlebell during this workout. So halfway, back up, that's 1. Let's go ahead and get up to 10. Halfway, back up, that's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. So we just have about half a minute left in this warm-up. So let's go ahead and go into body weight deadlifts. So the same thing as squats. You're going to hinge from the hips, stick your butt up, come to a flat back, and up. So the key to keeping that flat back is keeping your gaze forward and not looking down at the ground, because there will be a small round in the back when we look down on the ground, and we want to keep our back flat the whole time. So let's go ahead and keep doing deadlifts. There's only 8 seconds left on this clock. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to pause it. All right. So before I start this HIIT timer, we're going to go ahead and go through the first one here. I have a 15-pound kettlebell. We're going to start off with kettlebell windmills. So I'm going to go ahead and go through a tutorial first before we start that HIIT timer. So to get into the kettlebell form, not the kettlebell form, well, it's specific to kettlebells, the windmill form for kettlebells. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our toes. So they're pointing forward, wide stance actually. So let's get our stance wide, wider than hip width apart. And let's go ahead and take our toes and shuffle them 45 degrees to the right. So now, when we do the kettlebell windmill, one hand is holding the kettlebell up in the air, the other hand is anchoring down. We're keeping an eye on the kettlebell the whole time. And back up. So, which hand is the anchor? So, since our toes are pointing right, our right hand is the anchor. And then what we're going to do with this is we're going to do 30 seconds on each side and then switch. So I want to actually put the timer here so I can pause. So let's go ahead and get started here. So let's go ahead and get into the form. Legs hip width apart, shuffle the toes to the right. Take your kettlebell and put it on your left hand. And let's go ahead and begin. So kettlebell up. Right hand anchors, keeping an eye on that kettlebell. Touch down on the ground or until you feel that stretch in the hamstring, and back up. All right, let's go ahead and go again. Keeping an eye on the kettlebell, and back up. So one more on this side, then we're going to switch, and back up. All right, pause that for just a second. Now let's go ahead, shuffle your toes. Let's go back to center here. Shuffle your toes to the left. All right, kettlebell in the right hand now. And let's begin. Keeping going on the kettlebell, left hand anchors down until your feet touch down on the ground, until you feel that stretch in the hamstrings, and back up. That's 1. Touch down. And 2. All right, let's try to get one more in before this timer dings. Touch down. And back up. All right. Let's rest. Next one here, we're going to be switching hands. Actually, we're going to stay on one side. It's the around the world to curtsy. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing here. I'll actually go ahead and put this on the ground here. All right, so watch me. So let's start with the right side. Around the world from the front. Back to the rack position. Curtsy. Back up. Down. Around the world from the front. Racked position. Curtsy. Back to center. One more, then we're switching sides. Ooh. And back up. Now, take the kettlebell, put it in your left hand. Around the world, to the right. Racked. Curtsy to the left. Once again, around the world. Racked position. Curtsy. And back up. So what we're doing right now are the two-part movements. So the first movement is around the world. When we get to that rack position, curtsy is the second. All right, rest. Swing to snatch. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull this right over here. Sorry for all that noise. I know that's annoying. I'm going to go ahead and go to a lighter one for this, since we're going to do a one-handed swing to snatch next. Okay, a couple more seconds. All right, let's go ahead and get into that one-handed swing form. Swing once, and bring it up to a snatch. And reset, so other side. We're gonna reset every time we switch hands. Swing, bring it up to a snatch, and reset. Other side again. Swing, snatch, reset. All right, let's just keep going. Okay, so that's the end of our two-part movements. We're going to go to three-part movements next. So, for the next one, we got row to clean to press. So let's go ahead and let this timer run. I'm going to grab some water here. We're going to be alternating arms for this one too. All right, actually we use the heavier kettlebell. So for this one, we're gonna row, we're gonna clean, and then we're gonna press. That's one. Switch. Row, clean, press. Let's keep going. Row, clean, press. Row, clean, press. Row, clean, press. Row, clean, press. Up. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to check the recording time. Oh, nice. So the next one here, halo to side lunge to bicep curls. Okay. So basically, actually no, it's side lunge, halo, bicep curls. I'm sorry. Side lunge, halo, bicep curls. I'm going to go ahead and show you this here. So when we do this, so side lunge to the right, let's go and start to the right. When we come up, opposite side, halo to the left, down, bicep curl. Side lunge to the right, back up, halo to the right, down for the bicep curl. Lunge to the left, up, up to the right, and then this is the halo to the left, I apologize there. and back up. Side lunge to the left, back up, halo to the right, down and back up. So it goes right, up, left, bicep pull. So it's basically the opposite direction that we side lunge, not the same side. Okay, let's try to get one more in. All right, complete that set. Last but not least, we've got squat to high pull, chest press. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a heavier kettlebell for this. So when we high pull, we're gonna catch the bell at its horns. This is the position because we're gonna come out for that chest press. Okay, let's let the clock run here. Getting into that squat form. Okay, squat down, high pull, chest press, reverse. And once again, every time you reverse, go back into that proper squat form. High pull, chest press, and back down. Squat to high pull, chest press, and back down. All right, rest. I think we're going to go ahead and go into a cool down here. Yeah, we are. So we're going to go ahead and do some stretches. So this is a short video. So there's about, with all that blabbering that I've been doing, about 10 to 15 minutes. So if you want a longer one, do the second time for more than, for up to 30 minutes. Do this again for 40 minutes, and so on and so forth. So, all right, let's go ahead and head to our mat. Let's go ahead and sit with our feet in front of us. Go ahead and grab on to the calf, ankles, or toes. And let's go ahead and just do a hamstring stretch here. Keep stretching. All right, go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together, butterfly. Grabbing onto the toes here. And as you can see, this is an area that I need to work on. So if you want a deeper stretch, push on the calves or elbows with, calves or knees with your elbows. All right, let's ease out of it. Let's go ahead. We're going to continue stretching the lower body, but let's go ahead and go into a tabletop here. Keeping it basic. Let's go ahead and do cat-cows. Come to a neutral spine. And now what we're going to do is we're going to curve our spine into a C by basically trying to look at our butt. We can call this the tail lab or something. All right, come to a neutral spine. Knees wide apart, toes together. Sit back for child's pose, stretching your arms over forward. Okay, come back up. Let's go ahead and go on our backs now. And hug the knees in. Let's go ahead and do that here. Hug the knees in. Or if you want a lower back massage, you can take the knees and make circles. All right, so knees down. So let's go ahead and sit up. Actually, no, let's go ahead, to get into this, let's go ahead and do a figure 4 for our hips. So let's go ahead and take the left ankle and cross it over the right knee and thread the needle through. Grab onto the shin or knee and just pull your legs in. And then release. Let's go ahead and switch sides now. Thread the needle. Pull the legs in. Hold it there. And then release. All right, grip strength. Let's go ahead and one more. Hands together at the sternum level and press your hands downward if you want to get a deeper stretch in the carpal area.
Activity completed.
All right, that's basically our workout, so the HIIT timer. So once again, the sequence that we've just did will be in the description. There's plenty of free HIIT timers available online too. So if you have an Apple, Android, I'll go ahead and put the name of the timer that I use. It's very simple, straightforward, and easy to use. And also, once again, so clocking this video at about 24 minutes. So if you want to do this multiple times, you can rewind and do this whole set about, one additional time up to 4 times for a longer workout. So once again, thank you again for joining me. Next week I should have a helper so we can do more of an all levels type of workout. So I'll see you all next week. Bye.